Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am starting my Halloween series with the 2025 film I Know What You Did Last Summer. This film was directed by Jennifer Caitlin Robinson. This movie follows a group of friends who are trying to reconnect with one of their other young friends named Stevie. One night during a drive, Danica, the driver, accidentally runs someone off the road. They decide to ditch the body. Um, Meanwhile, Stevie is very concerned and she goes to where she works. We find out she works at Ray's Bar, who is owned by Ray, one of the sole survivors of the 1997 film. She tells Ray that she doesn't know what to do, but she is so angry at her friends for killing someone because the person she killed is someone she was trying to sponsor in AA and help them get better. The other friends know they've messed up too, so they contact Julie James, played by a returning Jennifer Love Hewitt. One thing I really like is you understand all of their motivations. You understand the kids don't want to mess up their future, but you also understand that Stevie, having just reconnected with her friends and dealing with sobriety, knows that they need to be held accountable. The problem is, all of these kids, with the exception of Stevie, are very rich, and their parents are either all or good friends with every law enforcement agent and every DA in Southport. One night at a town meeting, they essentially decide to sweep it under the rug until Ray shows up and says, "You need to handle this. This isn't the first time something like this has happened in Southport, and this isn't the first time our local government has covered this up." This starts a big war about what everyone should do. You have Ray and Stevie who want revenge. You have Julie and the kids who want to find a peaceful solution. And you have the mayor who wants to cover it all up. I am about to talk about a major spoiler. You have been warned. The person that was killed was someone Stevie is trying to help get sober. Once she finds out, her and Ray snap. They get weapons from Ray's bar and they start killing off some of the kids that were involved in the car accident. When Julie finds out, Julie and Ray go to war. What I think is interesting about this situation is that no side is 100% right and no side is 100% wrong. Okay. On the one hand, you know murder is wrong. You know vengeance killing is wrong. You know Julie is doing the right thing by protecting these kids until they can get lawyers and they can face charges. But on the other hand, you understand Ray and Stevie's situation. These kids are rich. They're scumbags. They get away with things all the time. They were driving home from a party at one of their friends' house named Danica, who owns a mansion which is bigger than the entire town of Southport. These kids have never heard no in their lives. So me as a viewer, I was very entertained by this movie because I could never pick a side. Sometimes I was leaning a little towards Stevie and Ray, but at the same time I'm like, no, you can't kill them. But then sometimes the rich kids would do something so stupid I'd say, you ought to be just, So this to me makes it a little more interesting than even the original film, because in the original film, although the kids did do a wrong, they weren't bad kids. The difference in this movie is these kids are maybe not bad kids, but they're selfish and rotten, and they don't think anything's their fault. One of my favorite scenes is the last fight at the bar. Everyone airs all their grievances, and they all start fighting. Ray makes a good point and says, if we let these kids get away with it, it's going to be just like it was in 1997. Everybody's going to forget about it. They're going to go on with their lives, and nobody's going to care. And Julie's like, Ray, who cares? And he's like, I do, because they can't get away with murder. And Julie's like, but now we're murdering people. And you're murdering people. And it's just such a good ethical dilemma. Before I give you my grade, I'm going to rank all of the I Know What You Did Last Summer movies. I'm going to say 1997, I Know What You Did Last Summer, number 1. 2025, I Know What You Did Last Summer, number 2. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, number 3. And I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer, number 4. I'm going to give this movie a very weak A-. My name is Josh Buck, and until next time, goodbye, and look for more movies in my Halloween special soon.